We are harvesting stinging nettle today, and I'm going to show you why you should be growing this incredible medicinal, how to harvest it, and how to preserve it to get the max benefits from this incredible plant. But before we get into it, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel for more health and homesteading content. Let's dive in. I am sitting here next to my stinging nettle patch, which I did not plant here. It just showed up. How do weeds like this just show up? It could literally be birds eating seed and pooping that seed and it's sprouting and spreading. It can also sprout through wind. Stinging nettle seeds are going to fall in the soil and they could totally be carried over, but I can guarantee you I did not plant this patch. It just showed up here. This is completely wild stinging nettle. And this has become one of my favorite medicinals in my apothecary. Why? Because it is so multi-purpose. It is loaded with minerals and vitamins and antioxidants. It naturally contains serotonin, your happy hormone. It also contains histamine and is excellent to use for seasonal allergies. It can help you with prostate health, cardiovascular health. It can treat urinary tract infections. It can help with immune boosting properties. Because of its rich mineral and vitamin content, it's excellent to take during pregnancy or even postpartum for breast milk supply. So basically anytime my family gets sick, I am including this in with their tea along with some other herbs in my apothecary. If you do want to grow this plant, make sure you plant it in a spot where it can grow somewhat invasively like a mint plant. You also don't want it to be near a pathway like this one is for me. You don't want to be walking along and get stung by the stinging nettle, because guess what? It hurts, and you're probably going to have to grow some other medicinals like calendula or plantain to treat you from your stinging nettle sting. So how am I holding up this plant? Because it is less than 6 inches tall, and this is the stage where this plant's thorns have really not come in yet, and it doesn't hurt. But I'll tell you, I have some that are close to 4 to 6 inches, and I'm getting stung. But if you brush up against this plant, it is going to be painful. So I highly recommend a pair of gloves when harvesting this plant. Hey Cece, hey monster. You can use a weeding tool like this one in order to help pull up some of these weeds. You want to make sure that you are getting the roots if you are trying to control the growth of this plant. And I'm going to separate the tops from the roots. I'm going to give the roots to my rabbits or goats. And you want to get the roots if you want to control it, otherwise it's just going to keep spreading. So check this out. This is how it grows, through rhizomes. It spreads just like mint or oregano, and this is why you want to get it up by the roots. Call it a success when you can get these little noodly roots. So now I'm going to harvest as much of this nettle as I can, bring it inside, and toss it into my either dehydrator or my freeze dryer to dehydrate this and then store it in my apothecary for forever use. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more health and homesteading content. All right, boom.